Hello and welcome to part 6 of this playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. In this episode we're going to spend some time looking at our characters in more detail and re-speccing some of them and building our party. But before that, we're going to be sending Lae'zel off on a little mission of her own. Now, I just saw on the map another name, Lacrissa. There's somebody up here. Can we get to here? Can, for example, Lae'zel jump up here? She totally can.
Used to think the goblins would kill us the second we set foot outside. But after hearing what you did at the gate, well, I still think they'll kill us. But at least we can put up a fight.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Although actually I'm going to go back on that immediately because she's a Githyanki, so I think this is the one to go with. A defeat is a defeat. There is no glory in that.
No, it's a joke.
Ah, she didn't get the joke. Neither did I. Explain it.
It's taking a really bleak situation and trying to find some light in it. Even if the light is just as bleak as everything else and... You know what? Never mind. It wasn't that funny.
I am getting a very kind of Gamora Nebula vibe from Lae'zel. And she doesn't really understand emotions or like social interactions.
Staying here twiddling our thumbs.
Alright, okay. She has a backpack, apparently she doesn't mind me robbing. And a free pair! Nice.
Empty.
Okay, now we can come up here. I don't really see any reason to. Oh, I don't think I've ever been to this place before. Looks like Lae'zel is going to explore it on her own. Can we jump over here? Of course we can. Okay, I don't really want to get too far away from the rest of the party, but I'm kind of enjoying this. Who's this over here?
I know what to do.
I don't need to jump in, that's fine. Let's just go into hiding mode. Are we hiding? Yeah. Andric.
Hang on, Ed. You're going to be all right.
Brenna.
He's so pale.
I don't think they're going to attack me. Let's go down and figure out what's going on.
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
You're all right.
Oh, that hurt a little bit.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A
Brenna.
strange symbol glows marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
I will go where I wish. Difficulty class 2. Okay. I got a 1. I think I still fail.
What are you doing? Your sword, brother, now!
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head.
I think I would hold his stare.
Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits, yours to shepherd.
Protect them. Mine, the true soul. She will. She.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now.
Oh dear, they're true worshippers.
Absolute. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen.
Do you have orders for us?
I didn't mean to click.
We were reporting to Edwin.
Perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for the druid house.
I don't know any druids.
Okay. What happened to your brother?
We were looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. But instead of them, Edwin found an oil bear. An angry one. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws, had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with owlbear tracks.
It's funny, I was recently listening to the Not Another D&D podcast, which is excellent. And they were talking about condoms in the Forgotten Realms setting and were hypothesizing that maybe they might be made of owlbear foreskins that would just work perfectly as condoms. So yeah. But anyway. Okay. I'm a survivor of that crash. Looks like you found me. I kind of want to kill these guys. I want to kill them because if anyone was to come into a fight on their own and win, it would probably be Lae'zel. But let's see if we can find out some more information first.
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
So they're hunting down people like us. Explain this Absolute to me.
What? Are you testing us? The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the old world order, start a new one. Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well, you will firstly, true soul. You don't need me to explain that.
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice, and when the time comes, the true souls, you will rule.
So it's almost like the mind flayers, instead of turning us into other mind flayers, have sent us down here to kind of infect people almost psychologically. To build like a cult. And then, whatever is the next step of their plan. A crude summary, you have more to learn about faith, novice.
I'm sorry, true soul. I only repeated what I thought I knew. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me.
Can I get them to follow me? Okay, why don't we send them into the cave? Well, the guy said to protect them, and maybe they're not really to blame, they've just been suckered in. So maybe we'll be... let's just leave.
Wait! Wait! Please, don't leave us. What should we do now?
You need to find the beast and avenge your brother.
What?
It killed one of us. It killed Edwin. It's an enemy of the Absolute. You're right, madam. The beast must be destroyed.
The cave is just ahead. It was too much for us before, but if you could help us, true soul, we may stand a chance.
Hmm.
The Goblin Sazza spoke of the Absolute too. Strange.
Okay.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value, something the mind craves. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
Do we welcome this extra tadpole? If it can make me stronger? Will not be influenced. Wisdom, strength. Oh, let's take it. Oof. Ha ha ha.
Horrid creature. That one lives inside me is repulsive.
Mind Flayer parasite specimen. That's interesting. The living tadpole looks like some hideous cousin to a slug. Can I eat it or something horrible? Consume. What happens if we eat this tadpole? Consume.
The parasite is stubborn. It refuses both to leave or to allow itself to be used as you desire.
You cannot consume Ethel parasites yet. Your dream visitor will inform you when it is time. Okay. Now, we could carry on, but we're going to head more into the forest. So I think we're going to go back, meet the rest of our party. Now, these guys went off to the cave. I'm not too sure where that cave is. Is it on the map? The rest of our party's there. I need to jump back up here, I think, to get back. Okay. Oh, maybe they went down here. Is there a cave down here? This is underneath this big bridge. Yeah, I think we'll head back. Would have been cool to fight those guys, but maybe we'll get the chance to fight them later. Can we jump up there? We can. I don't see a cave anywhere. Okay. Is there any other way up here? Oops. It doesn't seem to be. Okay. Oh, it's going to knock me down. No. Bit of damage though. Okay. So.
I already told you I don't have it. How stupid are you?
Northlick, find the Night Song. One of the adventurers of the dwarf. Oh yeah, the dwarf Brian has a map leading to the Night Song. That was that treasure. He was killed by goblins at the temple. The Night Song is in some kind of temple in the goblin camp, and a wizard in Baldur's Gate is offering a huge sum of money. Okay. Now, we didn't get a quest from those guys, but we did get some information. Okay. So we've talked to the adventurers. And we're back to the trader again. So I think we've explored all of the... Oh! Find Zoru. Oh, she's back there, to our left. That Zoru girl, the Githyanki one, apparently knows where this crash is. It's over here somewhere. Maybe she's in this building.
That's everything. I think that's everything.
Now I seem to remember the last time I played this game that there was like a rat that you could talk to, and I can actually hear. Yeah, there he is. Rat. Now we can't talk to the rat because we don't have the spells to do it.
I already told you I don't have it. How
Spellbook. Yeah, we don't have any talking to animal spells. I think last time I did. I don't think you... Wyll might have that ability if I level him up. And I think the rat led me into this building here. Now, we could pick our way in, but that would be a crime. And there's a guy here who might see me. And there's guys up here who might see me. So why don't we just try it? See what happens. We've got a good stealth score. Actually, no one is looking right at this door right now. So let's just come through and unlock this. Lockpick. Luckily, I'm fantastic at lockpicking. I got a 4, which turns into a 12. Okay, there's... Oh god, there's someone in here too. Stop that.
Stop! This place is off limits. Leave.
She's not a Githyanki. I'm just looking around. I could use insight to study her face. I could intimidate her. Let's see if we can get some insight first. We've got a nice +5.
You note her grimace of pain. Something is wrong with her legs.
Damn it! Don't look at me like that. You can stay. Just keep your hands to yourself, all right?
Okay. Need a hand up.
I just fall back down. Legs are as steady as a foal's. Bloody potion.
I don't remember this girl. I'm a rogue, so I could say, I'd wager your potion was a paralyzing agent.
What? No, the potion worked. I'm strong as a bugbear and fearless. The old lady warned me that this might happen, that it was a side effect.
Quick note, they always do this thing in these kind of games where they say something like, I'm as strong as a bugbear. But bears also exist in this world, and it would be so much more natural to say strong as a bear. So, you know. The old lady warned me this might happen with a side effect. Sounds like you've been duped.
No, she's been nothing but kind to me. Why would she... Sorry, I need a moment. I'm not feeling the best. But I'm sure it'll pass.
Okay, yeah, let's hope so. Let's get in here and close this door.
If this isn't the most boring post in the Grove, I don't know what is.
Post? No, sorry.
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Yeah, I suggest you do as she says. Shadowheart didn't like that. I think she's jealous. Oh, he's actually bowing.
Lower.
I like her. She's serious. You better go on your knees fast. No, let's wait. Let's just be cold and let her do it.
You saw another gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly, straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me.
I know that we're getting a kind of unspoken respect.
Innards.
Yeah, for now. Okay. We're just going to intimidate our way through this entire campaign, I think. Right, now can we close this door?
Guards!
Oh, fuck you!
Guards!
Oh. I was just trying to close the door. You said I could stay in here.
What to bring?
I don't want to fight you. I want to talk to you.
There.
We're going to have to redo that bit. That sucks. Let's just see. Are we going to get in trouble with the guards? It's kind of annoying when they make you do
I need some time alone.
things very. I don't know. It's very easy to accidentally do something that gets you in trouble. Like, fair enough, I broke into the place quietly, but then she said it was cool, and then she started screaming for the guards. Anyway, all right. We seem to be okay. Right, let's connect up again. Now, Shadowheart and Gale both want to talk to me. I don't know if I really want to talk to them yet. We will probably head back to the camp now and do some specking. Look at our characters a bit in more detail. While we're here, okay, we have one objective to kill Korga, sorry. We have to rescue the druid. That's our main goal. We also want to find the Githyanki crest to the northwest. Show on map. What have we got here? Hunt down Karlak. That's Wyll's quest. Find the Githyanki crest. Find the Night Song. Defeat the goblins. So we need to go west. But I think we will head back to camp. So why don't we have a look at... I kind of want to look at Wyll first. Where is he? There he is. Let's talk to Gale first. I think he's probably the most likely to stay as he is. Especially because I'm not really going to use him that much.
In my time. Talented, of course. They're sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Comes with the territory, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're also a lot more interesting than you. So you want to stay in the camp for a bit.
Question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime.
Good. Okay, Wyll. Much cooler character.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Okay, how does the Blade of Frontiers end up chasing a devil in the hells? How did you come to be the Blade of Frontiers? I've noticed your stone eye. I'd like you to join me. Yeah.
That's the spirit. Heading out. A word, if I may.
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded.
Is he voiced by, what's the guy from The Exorcist and Shutter Island? I guess Star Wars now. Can't remember his name. Can you help me change my class?
As thou desire.
Now, the idea for Wyll is to make him into a Sorlock, which is a Warlock Sorcerer hybrid. And I'm taking this idea from the same video I got my main character idea from, and also the Cleric Bard combination, and I will post a link to that in the description below. So we're starting off as a level 1 Warlock. We are eventually going to be a level 3 Warlock at least. Because the strange thing about this, although I'm going to be a Warlock Sorcerer hybrid, I'm also going to take a couple of levels of Fighter. And I'm also going to start off as a Fighter. And there are a few good reasons for that. Number one is that a Fighter at level 1 gains all weapon proficiencies and all armor proficiencies, which means he can wear heavy armor. And that won't affect his spellcasting. And the second reason is that Fighters gain proficiency on Constitution saving rolls. And Constitution saving rolls are used when you are concentrating on a spell and you get hit. You take damage. And that may make this, well, may cause you to break concentration and the spell will finish. But if you save on that, then you can continue casting your spell. So a strong Constitution will be good, and proficiency on that saving roll even better. The final reason to take Fighter is to get the Action Surge, which gives you a second action on your turn. And we're going to turn this guy into the ultimate blaster spellcaster. So we're going to be using Eldritch Blast and leveling it up with our Warlock levels, making it as strong as possible. And then we will be able to cast it twice in one turn. And when we have Action Surge, we'll be able to do that twice. So that's 4 times in one turn. And with the extra damage we get from the Warlock invocations, and then later on from the meta spell stuff we get from sorcerers, I'm not really too sure about that yet, but we should be able to make the Eldritch Blast pretty formidable. That's right, we're going to go Fighter, into Warlock, into Sorcerer with him. So fighting style. Now I think defense actually is the best kind of long term, because he's eventually going to be a spellcaster standing at the back. Blasting. Archery means he would be able to stand at the back and shoot as well as blast, but it kind of it's not necessary to be doing that, I don't think. Dueling, I think, really suits his roleplay as the Blade of the Frontiers. When you're wielding a melee weapon that is not two-handed or versatile, and no weapon in the other, you deal an additional 2 damage. Not a huge amount of damage, but great weapon fighting I don't think suits him. Protection. When you have a shield, impose disadvantage on an attack. Against your allies, okay. So he's good at blocking, protecting his teammates. That's not a bad one. When you make an attack with your offhand weapon, you can add your ability modifier. I mean, defense is the meta option, but I think dueling is the RPG option, so we're going to go with that. He's basically going to be using a longsword or a rapier the entire game. Something like this. Okay. So for stats, we've lowered his strength. And we want basically a 16 in charisma for the sorcerer and sorcerer and warlock spells. So we're going to put +2 on that one. Let's see if we can get it just down one more. So 16 charisma. We also want 16 constitution and 14 dexterity. Now I think we'll keep his strength. We're going to essentially use finesse weapons, which means we can level them up with our dexterity. Rather than using strength, so I think we could drop strength. But I think actually, as it is, that's quite good. Intelligence is his lowest attribute. And yeah, I think we'll go with that. Skill proficiencies. So athletics. Helps you resist shoving and being shoved. Let's see. We don't need intimidation with him or persuasion because we're going to have that on our main character. I like survival for him. He already has a +2 in that because from his background, and he also has animal handling. Maybe medicine. I like him being an acrobatic, athletic character. That kind of makes sense as the Blade of the Frontiers. I mean, he's a swordsman. He's got to be able to jump around and be pretty nifty in combat. Performing physical stunts, keep your balance, landing your feet. I think we'll go with that as a +2. And maybe athletics. Sorry. Acrobatics is +4, athletics is a +2. We have one more. Maybe Arcana. Because we're not going to have Gale with this, so it'd be nice to have a little bit of a boost in Arcana. Okay, like that. Okay. That was kind of weird. Okay, done. Where's he going? Because now we can level him up twice more. So we are now going to spec out of Fighter and go into Warlock. With this we will get some cantrip spells and some level 1 spells. But we're only going to get one spell slot. So we're only going to be able to cast one of these before we rest. These ones we can keep casting. So for our cantrips, we're going to keep Eldritch Blast. It's going to be our main damage dealing spell. And I'm not too sure what else we're going to go for this next one. So let's see, there's a few different ones we can get. So True Strike would give you advantage on your next attack roll. Poison Spray, Minor Illusion, Mage Hand, Friends, gain advantage on charisma checks against a non-hostile creature. That's quite handy, especially because we can use it even when I think someone else is talking. We can use it as an aid. Bone Chill, prevents the target from healing until your next turn. Under targets receive disadvantage. Blade Ward, take only half damage. I think I prefer Minor Illusion or Friends there. But we're not really trying to make friends with people. We're kind of being a bit... what's the word? Confrontational. We could go more damage. But at the moment we want to be using some other fighter skills as well. Let's go Minor Illusion, that might be quite handy. Subclass, so this is where we can choose our kind of demonic pact. We have the Fiend. Warlocks in service to fiends work towards corrupting destructive ends intentionally or others and receive hellish blessings in turn. So we will gain the Armor of Agathis, and this is what he started out at. This is kind of his standard one, because he is working for a fiend. So we should probably go with this one, but we'll see. Gain 5 temporary hit points and deal 5 cold damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack. And it lasts until long rest. Arms of Hadar is a damaging spell that also prevents targets from using reactions. Subclass feature Dark One's Blessing. When you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, this gift grants you 4 temporary hit points. I'm not too sure what it means by temporary, let me just see. Additional hit points that are lost before your normal hit points. You can only have one set of temporary hit points, and healing can't restore them. Temporary hit points don't remove down and disappear after a long rest. Okay. So yeah, we could try that one. Great Old One. This is kind of the Lovecraftian one. Warlocks bound to eldritch beings in the far realm work towards inscrutable goals, gaining strange powers over entropy and the mind. Dissonant Whispers. A damaging spell. 3 to 18 is not bad, and it frightens creatures. Necessities Laughter. We're going to get that from our Bard character. Leave a creature prone with laughter. Subclass features Mortal Reminder. When you land a critical hit against a creature, the creature and any nearby enemies must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or become frightened. And finally, Archfey. Graced by a lady or lord of the fair, you are imbued with all the sumptuous and scary qualities of your patron's extraordinary realm. Fairy Fire. All targets within the light turn visible, and attack rolls against them have advantage. That would be good because of our rogue characters. Level 1 Enchantment spell. Put creatures into a magical slumber. Select targets up to a combined 24 hit points. Not that many. Fey Presence. Charm or frighten nearby foes with the Fey Wild's beguiling, disturbing magics. I think this is the one I want. But this is the roleplay choice, and I think we're going to go roleplay choice here. We get this cool armor, which means, you know, as a fight, he's going to be getting in there and dealing some damage hand to hand as well. And he gets another damaging range spell. 3 meters. Oh no, it's actually not. It's kind of close up. Dark One's Blessing. When you reduce a hostile creature to... Yeah, this means... Okay, well, we'll go with this for now. And then for spells... we can change these spells actually anyway. Command's quite handy. And I think Hex is quite handy. 1 to 6 damage. Make your attacks deal an additional 1 to 6 necrotic damage to the target and give your target disadvantage on ability of your choosing. Okay. Accept. Okay, so level 3, we get increased health, we get an additional spell slot, and Warlocks only get 2 total, so that's all of our spell slots, and we get a new spell. We can also replace a spell. Okay, so, the next spell we're going to want, I think we might get this Armor of Agathis. Charm Person. Expeditious Retreat. You gain dash immediately and as a bonus action on each of your turns until this spell ends. It lasts until long rest. So can't you just keep using it over and over again? Like, I mean, you wouldn't use it at the beginning of every... I guess because then you're having... you use up a spell slot. Okay. But it lasts for a long time, so it makes you super fast. Yeah, let's do that. I want it to be mobile and able to run around and hurt people. So, Eldritch Invocations. We can take 2 of these. In your study of occult lore, you have unearthed Eldritch Invocations. Fragments of forbidden knowledge that imbue you with an abiding magical prowess. So we've got Agonizing Blast, which adds our Charisma modifier, which is 3, to the damage of our Eldritch Blast spell. So we're going to add that in. Armor of Shadows, Beast Speech, that would be handy. A Beguiling Influence. We may... No, we did that quest, we didn't need to talk to the rat. I would like to be able to speak to animals at some point though. That might be something which our Astarion can do. Beguiling Influence. You invoke your patron's bewitching charm, gain proficiency in deception and persuasion. Don't need that. See in the dark. Can cast false life on yourself. Granting you 7 temporary hit points. Mask of many faces. Disguise self at will. You learn how to cast 1 with shadows. Vanish into darkness, yeah, okay. See for 5 fates. Once per long rest can cast Bane. Yeah, that's not that great. Okay, and Repelling Blast. This is what we're going to go for. This is going to knock back enemies. We don't want to replace any spells, so we will accept. Okay. So this is our party for now. Oh no, we maybe we want Astarion instead of Shadowheart. So let's
still breathing.
Come over here and talk to Shadowheart. She did want to talk to me, she doesn't seem to want to now. Let's talk to her a bit first and see what happens.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before.
Not really.
Let's just clear the air about that now.
Okay.
It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with.
Okay. Are you sure it's not connected to the tadpoles?
Positive. You can trust me on that.
Okay. I don't really care enough to ask more. What's the story of that little artifact you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Okay. I think you can stay here for now.
If you're sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Fine. I'll be here whenever you rediscover your taste in company.
That was rude. Item received mysterious art. Did she give it to us? I didn't see that happen. I didn't even notice it. Okay. Apparently we now have the mysterious artifact.
Don't waste a step.
So let's talk to Astarion now.
I should speak up.
So, we're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
Yeah, me too. I need you in my party. Will you travel with us? Or actually, hang on, his voice would be more like, I need you in my party. Will you travel with us?
Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Right, now he can level up too. Right.
Yes.
Tell me about yourself.
To tell, I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
Okay. Now, if we go to inspirations, we now have a soldier. Show smart tactics and bravery on the battlefield to enhance your prowess. A criminal, profiting from criminal enterprise. A charlatan, an expert in manipulation. Bending the truth and turning allies against each other leads to greater success. And a folk hero, a champion of the common people. Saving innocence in imminent danger will make your legend grow. So kind of a nice mix. Let's get Astarion.
Trust no one.
He's currently level 2, I think. If we were to just examine him. He is a level 2 rogue. Now, we already have Ichi as a rogue. And he's going to be taking care of all of our skills-based stuff, like lockpicking, trap disarming. And of course he's got sneak attacks and monk powers. I want Astarion to be a bard. I think that kind of suits him. Of course he's also a vampire. The question is how to multi-class him up, because we could go straight bard, which would be fun. In the video where I found this ninja class, he also talked about a bard cleric, which might be a nice mix. If we don't have Shadowheart, we're going to need some healing. So the idea is to start with a couple of levels of cleric and then switch into bard. But I also like the idea if he's a charlatan that he'd be a kind of rogue bard. And that would mean we'd have to start as a rogue, then spec into bard, And basically that would just give us a sneak attack, and then the two of us could run around sneak attacking, while Lae'zel engages face to face, and Wyll stands back and blasts the enemy. We won't have any healing. So let me just have a quick think about this. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with Cleric and Bard. Partly because I've already got two characters that I'm using from the same video that I saw. So why not go with 3? Why not use this as that run?
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Yeah, okay. Let's change class.
As thou desire.
So, we're going to start off as a cleric. This is giving me some nice proficiencies in weapons, particularly ranged weapons, because he's not going to be getting in and fighting. Well, we'll find out. Maybe he will a bit. Okay, so for cantrips, gain advantage on intimidation and performance checks. It might be fun. I kind of like the idea of doing performances. This will make the target more resistant to saving throws. Bonus to saving throws. Bonus to ability checks. That's good for conversations. Not simple flame. Blade ward, light. Produce flame. Thaumaturgy. Gain advantage on intimidation and performance. Let's take that. These are just our crappy little cantrips. Subclass. So we can choose now. And I think we probably want to go Trickery Domain, which is actually same as so we get Cure Wounds and Bless. Cure Wounds and Bless immediately. Nature Domain will get me Shillelagh. It's like a druid kind of spell. Animal Friendship. Speak with animals. That would be handy. I do quite like that. Tempest Domain gets me Thunder Wave. Fog Cloud. Wrath of the Storm. Strike back at an attacking creature, dealing 2 to 16 lightning damage. And half of 216 thunder damage as well. Okay, War Domain, Divine Favor, Shield of Faith. When you make an unarmed or weapon attack, spend a war priest charge to make an additional attack. Knowledge Domain gives me Command and Sleep. Trickery. This is for stealthing around, charming people, disguising yourself. That does fit the roleplay. But I like nature better. Speak with animals, animal friendship. I think we'll just learn them at some point anyway. You can learn a druid cantrip and become proficient in animal handling nature. So I think we'll learn that later. Let's look at the, rather than the spells, which we can get anyway. Well, we can't get Shillelagh, but that's not that great. Pretty sure we can get Speak with animals and animal friendship later. I like this Wrath of the Storm. Life Domain. I mean, Bless and Cure Wounds are like essentially what I need early on. Your devotion empowers your healing spells. When casting a healing spell, target regains additional hit points equal to 2. So it could be like, okay, maybe we'll go with this. Because we really need this person as a support character. Infuse an object with an aura of light. Burning Hands. Fairy Fire is kind of cool. All targets within the light 10 invisible attack rolls against him have advantage. Warding Flare. Shield yourself with Divine Light. Use your reaction to impose disadvantage on an attacker. Light, that's cool. I really like this Fairy Fire. Level 1 evocation spell. But we should be able to get it anyway. This is not as good as this. Yeah, we're gonna go with Life Domain. Deity. Now, this is just a choice. Saloon is Lady of Silver, Moon, Stars, Navigation. She's the opposite of Shah. Well, not the Shah, his sister is Shah. He wants to plunge to an eternal shadow. That's Shadowheart's god. A dwarven god. Creator of the elves. He's an elf. A high elf. Corion or Corellon Larethian. Speaking Spanish. Corellon Larethian oversees the elven pantheon as a whole, providing blessings to those who study art, magic, and nature. That sounds kind of fitting. Garl Glitter Gold, that's a nice name. Gnomish gods. Tiamat. A rolling mass of avarice and hate. Yeah, that's basically Satan, I think. That's even from the... There's an old Mesopotamian god, I think, called Tiamat, which was essentially Satan. Orc deity. The Drow deity. Halfling. Drow. The thunder. The morning lord is the god of the dawn and spring, birth and beginnings. Despite the undead. Talos. Uncaring destructive force of nature. I went with life, didn't I? Life domain. Tamora is a bright-faced goddess of fortune who favors those who gamble and set out on an adventure with the utmost skill and daring. That sounds kind of like him. And Miliki is the goddess of forest and the creatures. I kind of like Tamora. A bright-faced goddess of fortune who favors those who gamble and set out on an adventure. Yeah, that's the kind of person who would then become a bard. What was the other one I thought? This is the elf one. Yeah, but that's a bit bland. Let's go with Tamora. Okay, abilities. So, we don't need strength anymore. There we go. Not very strong, not very smart, but charismatic as hell. Okay, skill proficiencies. So he's only got a couple of these. We don't. Let's go with medicine. And maybe history. Okay, confirm. Level up again. So now, this would be the things we would gain if we leveled up to a Cleric Level 2, but actually we're going to multi-class out of Cleric immediately. Now we've got a good healing spell, and we've got Bless. And we have our patron god, or goddess in this case. And we're going to class now, not into Barbarian, but into Bard, which will give us some cantrips, some more spells, and Bardic Inspiration as an action. So now we've multi-classed into Bard, we're going to get access to a few different kinds of spells. We have some cantrips here, and we have Blade Ward, Vicious Mockery. I think we'll keep Vicious Mockery, because it does a little bit of damage. We insult a creature and that gives it disadvantage on its next attack. So that's something we can do if we're not healing. Friends could be quite fun. Mage Hand could be useful. Minor Illusion. I believe we took Minor Illusion on Wyll's character. So I think here we'll take Friends, because that's a kind of bardic, kind of themed cantrip. And then we've got some spells. So we already have Cure Wounds. I think we already have this one. You already know this spell. This spell is a different version of one you already know. You have access to both. Ah, okay, so that's going to give me an extra healing spell. Probably not as much in terms of the actual healing. Cure Wounds. You already know this spell. Bane, you already know this spell. Okay, so let's get rid of Bane. Heroism. Make yourself or a target immune to frightened and gain 500 hit points. Yeah, that's okay. Speak with animals. Yes, we want that. Verify. Yes, we want that. Give advantage to our ally attacks. Animal friendship. Okay, let's go. Animal friendship. Speak with animals. Verify. Healing word. See, I already have this healing spell. I'm not sure we need this one. Dissonant whispers will frighten creatures. We can disguise ourselves. We don't have any disguising spells yet, so that might be quite fun, and I'd like it if it's the roleplay. Kind of roguish guy. And of course we get Bardic Inspiration. Okay, so at level 3 we gain additional spell slots. 1 level 1 to level 2. We get Jack of all trades, which means we add half of your proficiency bonus to all ability checks you're not proficient in. We also get Song of Rest. You and your allies are revitalized as though you would have taken a short rest. Okay, so that's an additional short rest we can take. And we can gain a spell. Now we don't get any level 2 spells. Sleep attaches his laughter, Thunder Wave. I quite like the idea of Thunderwave just because he's going to be pretty squishy. Well, no, he's not going to be that squishy. Constitution 16, I'm going to be able to give him armor. So, maybe Charm Person. Okay. He's going to make it really easy for us to interact with people. So he has Guiding Bolt. We can perform. Do we have a musical instrument? Oh, we have a violin. Awesome. We can perform with our violin. We can throw firebolts. We have a Sanctuary spell. Guiding Bolt. Inflict wounds. Bless. Guidance. Resistance. Cure wounds. We've got loads of spells. 4 level 1 spell slots. 2 level 2. Bunch of cantrips. We also have Vicious Mockery. Friends. Thaumaturgy. Resistance. Guidance. And Fireball. We have Bardic Inspiration. Inspire an ally to add 1d6 to their next attack roll. Ability check. Or saving throw. Okay. So he's got some pretty cool stuff. Now, in terms of healing, he has Cure Wounds. We've 10. Now, Bless, I believe we can do as a level 2 spell. Okay. Cure Wounds we can also do as a level 2 spell. What about these guys? Doesn't grant any additional benefits. Okay, so some spells you can upcast. Animal Friendship. Affect an additional target per level. So you can talk to more enemies per level. Inflict Wounds goes from 330 to 440 damage. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah.
Defender of the people.
Wyll has Second Wind. Heals himself. Minor Illusion. Command. Expeditious Retreat. Hex. Knowledge Plus. Good. I don't think I've kind of overlapped any abilities. So I think we will end the episode there. I know we haven't done a huge amount in terms of adventuring, but we have leveled up some characters and re-spec'd a couple of them and built our party the way we now want it. So next episode we will be able to crack on immediately and get out there into the world. Kill some goblins. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.